he talked some sense into me, like, why are you gonna do that? They just gonna listen to it and it's over with. You got to go back and you do that all over again when you could just spoon feed it to them. You know, that just made more sense to me.
I mean, personally, I don't really believe in, and you know, I think it's a part of the day. It's the game. You know, it is what it is. You gotta give it away. You know, but to me, I have respect for like artists, for real. You know, so to me, like I just look at artists, and I think that people really kind of like assume that, you know, I can go in the booth and I can create that moment. And I can constantly like mass manufacture that moment, you know, whereas like those moments are like they're special, you know, and it's not gonna always happen like that, you know. So to me personally, I feel like you gotta train people to appreciate your music, you know, and I always say this and I laugh. I'm like, I don't want us to get caught up in like the mixtape business. You know what I'm saying?
Mixtape
like,
business.
Like, you in the mixtape business. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm on my 9th mixtape. I'm on my 10th mixtape. Like, it's like, what did that, you know, like, it's quality over quantity.
Right.
Definitely. So the songs that you guys have dropped, man, like a lot of people have gravitated towards Gold Chains and just the messaging behind that. And obviously you have an old soul. You've been through some things. Right. What prompted you, especially in the midst of, you know, it's very few rappers, probably like 5 rappers that are popular that are actually talking about something of substance in the midst of, you know, bottle pop, hoe bitch, take drugs, right, whatever, right. Dab, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like in the midst of in the midst of all of that, what made you want to just do a complete 180 to it? And not even in a preachy way, but just, you know, speaking what was on your mind.
For me, it was just like you said, if they doing all of this stuff, I can stand out so much all the way over here if I'm saying something totally different. You know, that was the number one thing for me. I just feel like the greatest artists do that anyway.
You sell that crack just for Jordans and think you living large. You gave that lame nigga your pussy, then he stole your heart. What can them teachers teach me? Even they living hard. Got all them fucking degrees and still can't get a job. My nigga sub drug dealing, man, that's all he know. And Keisha selling food stamps for a hit of dope. Bitches never come around when a nigga broke. Now she tryna holler at a player like a nigga's coach. Niggas know, spirit of pop. I'm hot enough to sizzle and pop. My shit is Fresh Prince mixed with the locks. Squeezing your face, and I don't mean when pimples get popped. It's like your girl sleeping around how I slipped in your spot. Second guessing my future, what will I equal out to? Real niggas don't change, so what do we amount to? It seems when you're down, everybody wanna doubt you. They don't hate you, they just hate they can't be what they love about you. Gold chains. Niggas dying for gold chains. Niggas dying for gold chains. Nigga, we mentally enslaved by gold chains. Do anything to drive a range, nigga. Niggas dying for gold chains. Niggas dying for gold chains. Nigga, we mentally enslaved by gold chains. These rappers say the same shit, no, I don't get it, man. He tell you that you're beautiful, deserve a different man. Saying how he gon' support you ain't your business plan. But all he wanna do is cut Edward Scissorhands. A twisted man her father was, let that drama go. He touched her, said he'd kill her if she let her mama know. What type of father is that? Set up his daughter for trap. He sold your womanhood, ain't even let you borrow it back. A whole new meaning to the apple, don't fall far from the sap. Had him up just to get even, man, what garden is that? You fucked the world up, she dancing to that rolling porn. She out here playing all these niggas like she Martin Lawrence. She ain't no rider, she only ride if the car's foreign. I bet this AR keep her out the middle of harm. How could she trust you in the club, bustin' sad, but it's a world, nigga, she don't want you anyway. That's daddy's little girl, gold chain. Niggas dying for gold chains. Niggas dying for gold chains. Nigga, we mentally enslaved by gold chains. Do anything to drive a range, nigga. Niggas dying for gold chains. Niggas dying for gold chains. Nigga, we mentally enslaved by gold chains. Don't leave me broken without these chains and rings. I'm hopeless, don't take them away. They keep me noticed. The days of kings are left unspoken. Ayo.
Don't leave me broken without these chains and rings. I'm hopeless, don't take them away. They keep me noticed. The days of kings are left unspoken. Ayo. Oh, niggas dying for gold chains. Yeah, niggas dying for gold chains. Yeah, niggas dying for gold chains. Yeah, yeah, gold chains. Yeah, gold chains. Oh, 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 oh. Niggas dying for gold chains.
But I had a conversation like with a close friend. He told me it's like two different types of drug abuse. It's one, the fiend that's addicted to the drugs or whatever, and you have the pusher that gets addicted to the lifestyle. And I kind of wanted to touch on the pusher that gets addicted to the lifestyle, but with a little twist as far as people putting value in things that don't really matter, like gold chains and cars and weed and dabbing and all this other stuff.
What everybody got against dabbing, Shawty? Like,
I think white people jumped on it too quick.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue that most
I
people
was just
have.
using that as an example, though.
If dabbing would have been like hours for like a year, and then white people jumped on it, it would have been like,
It moved quick.
Yeah, it moved super quick. Somebody snitched.
Commercial quick.
But yeah, that was like the main thing for me. I kind of wanted to touch on that.
Gotcha.
And I kind of put a twist on it where I talk about this female, who was abused by her father and so on and so forth. And, she goes on to live her life and can't trust in any other man because her own father abused her. So
is storytelling something that we're gonna start seeing more and more in your music?
Absolutely. You got to be that. You got to do that.
So, yeah. Most definitely. So, the latest joint you put, "I Want the World," with Dominic Gordon, and I heard you saying something else. That's one of your peoples, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also like a joint. None of these songs really sound the same, which I think is dope. Yeah. And you can, even though I don't know when they were recorded, but we've heard all of them in the last 1 to 2 months. You sound like you're advancing. Like I heard in a couple of songs, I was like, I hear a little bit of J. Cole. Yeah. But then the more I hear, it sounds like you're advancing more as an artist and coming into your own voice more.
I think versatility is the key to stand out and, and keep people interested in what you're doing. Just being versatile and, picking different tracks like break beats. You might want the 808 in your track, the soulful sample. I think versatility is the key for, staying relevant even.
I'm gonna tell you too, what's crazy is all of the songs that we put out so far are songs that he played me on day one when we first hooked back up. Wow. You know what I'm saying? A year ago. So I think, like you said, when you talk about the growth, that's like the interesting thing that like all of those songs is like definitely a year old already. So
wow.
Yeah, that's dope too.
Like, what is it about, MCs from the Carolinas, where we hear a lot of the, the NY flow influence, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember like back when I was in high school, I was working some job, me and the cats, I used to work, we'd go smoke on our break and shit, or go to each other smoke, and freestyling at the house and shit, and like they would be from North Carolina. And they're like,
North Carolina,
you from New York, ain't you? Like, no, son, I'm from. I'm like, where are you from for real, bro?
But North Carolina for real though.
Yeah. But no, South Carolina too though, man. There was some South Carolina coming like, how South Carolina are you though, bro? Are you towards the top? Like, what's up with this New York shit? Like, why is it that so many Carolina rappers kind of have like that influence there?
It's just, I don't know, man. I think growing up for me, that's all I heard on the radio. Where I'm from, that's all they played. Like I said, they're my older brother too, so that's just what I love and what I heard all the time. So
yeah, that's different from here, man. Cause we ain't hear no New York shit on the radio down here, man. It was like you down the street, you on the radio, bro.
Yeah, don't act like it wasn't going down here too. It probably just switched here earlier, but I hear like the older cats talk about how everybody in Atlanta wanted to be from New York.
Nah.
Let's go. Let's call up DJ Toomp in them that era. They talk about everybody in Atlanta. People will lie and say, "Yo, I'm from New York." And da-da-da. So I think that obviously South Carolina's a little behind. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, compared to Atlanta,
you ain't gonna be able to go to the family reunion now. You heard what you said.
I got family out there, man. It is what it is.
Exactly. No, is your brother still around?
Yeah.
What does he think of what he helped create?
He said what he helped create.
He did.
Don't give him that much credit. Nah, he thinks I'm one of the best right now. Like as far as like the new guys,
Most definitely. That's dope, man. That's real big. So you getting family support, so that's great. This EP that you're dropping next year, what can you tell us about that? So, because next year is right around the corner.
No, it is. Just working closely with him and the team, just to kind of pick the right records, and for me, I'm more worried about like the first single and what to put out.
Yeah,
but I feel like I got it though.
Gotcha.
Are y'all putting a lot of thought into that? Because a lot of times when a new rapper comes out, it's like, if we fail with this first single, bro, like it's a rap. We got to have the right photo. We got to send it to the right person. You know what I'm saying? We got to get this nigga to sing a hook. You know what I'm saying? This is our first and only shot. Like, are y'all approaching it like with that much urgency, or y'all trying to keep the organic thing going, man?
That's urgent. No, right. No, I mean, I think you gotta be strategic. You gotta, I think, kind of put your best foot forth, right? Your best presentation. I think that's something that's kind of missing in the game for real. So many people, back to the technology, so many people every day, put it on YouTube, put it up, put it on, put it up, put it up, put it up. And it's like no filters. So I think that, for real, man, we're gonna definitely critique stuff before it go out, because we wanna, you gotta establish that foundation. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important, man, to really kind of establish that foundation, that he's an artist that like you said, your rhymes are thought out, your presentation is thought out, your videos are thought out, and I mean, that's why at the end of the day, that's what sets you apart from the rest.
Clearly, you're not a microwave type rapper. Like, clearly, each line is thought out. You connect lines. There's foreshadowing. There's a whole nine in your rhymes. So, what is your studio process like? What is your song making process like?
Before I even go in, I had a record already finished. For the most part, I write it home.
Very economic of you, Nick Grant.
Yeah,
he likes that.
Smart guy.
It's already finished before I go in. The rhyme, I might have the verses before I even have the beat, or vice versa.
Right.
But it's already done before I go in.
No, you got a lot of obviously what people now consider old school, which is crazy to me, musical influences, but you also got a lot of older pop culture references in your music. Like, where does that come from?
Just, I think it's the same things. As I watch TV, like when I grew up listening to this music, I'm seeing all these other people on TV as well. Right. I might not have been into their music, but I saw like different things growing up. Gotcha. TV kind of helped raise me as well. So,
understood that most definitely.
So, man, so it's like, when this EP comes out, because we are living in a new time and a new music industry and everything, man. Like, are you guys trying to stay with the whole indie thing, or are you trying to, get to the George Steinbrenner record label situation and all that? You know what I'm saying?
Who's that, man? Who's George Steinbrenner? Who's that, man? Who's that? Oh, Yankees. Oh, yeah. I
didn't get the reference.
I'm like, who's that?
We was gonna let it ride. You didn't want to bust him out on it.
No, I was just kidding. You might put me up on something I didn't know. Like, I need to think about that. But I think in today's, like you said, in today's world, what makes the most sense is just building your audience, right? So we definitely been talking about putting the mixtape out prior to the EP. Putting the mixtape out, putting the EP out, of course, hitting the road. And, getting in some buildings and getting in front of, moving around, So I think independent label, major label, the process of building is still the same. I think, when it's back to just looking at cats that are being successful that are out there right now and kind of like deciding what's success to you, and figuring out the best formula to go after it.
Right.
As the artist, though, what is success to you? Like, do you envision yourself being on some independent making bread, like the Chance the Rapper type formula, or do you see yourself on the label?
Possible. Okay. I like creative control. I want to be creative. I hear tales of, losing that control when you get into that position. But, yeah, for me, it's just staying independent as long as possible, having that, that hard fan base. Nice, solid fan base.
It seems like the fan base been growing fast, because it's like this one thing I've noticed, like, especially among media folks. Because I noticed that, when a certain kind of artists come along, most of the folks in the media are of a certain age.
Sure.
So they're like, oh, man, this reminds me of this and that and this and that.
Sure.
But I'm like, well, goddamn, like, why ain't y'all going out finding more of these people? Why are you waiting for them to, come to you? You know what I'm saying? I know you listening to this shit still. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.